Alright guys, let's talk about Reddit. So last time I talked about this one when they came public, and I was super bullish when that happened, but we didn't talk too much about this one. We only talked about it twice. Last year, March 21st, 2024, I think this is when they went public, and then November 2024 when this stock pretty much went higher and kept going higher all the way to 230, and then from 230 comes right back down to 80, goes to 250. Now it's sitting at 220. So $40 billion valuation for Reddit. You can see I have a bunch of alerts on this name. Currently I don't have any position. I'm not trading this stock. It's been a while, but it's been just on my watch list. So far this stock is in this channel, and I don't know. Okay, it looks like after reporting earnings. Okay, so earnings out of the way, so volume is lower. Let's talk about the price levels first. I don't know if it's going to break out or break down, but I have an alert both ways. I know it's pretty expensive stock at this valuation. It is highly valued because it's trading almost 70 times of its forward earnings. Okay, that's pretty expensive on my books. Year to date, stock is up 33%, outperforming all the indices out there, right? And many other stocks out there. So two levels, 206, I'm watching. If it cracks, watching 50-day moving average. This is somewhere around 180, 182. So that would be my support area. And it has pretty big gap after earnings. Possibility of that gap filling at some point in the future, which is 160 to all the way like 177. This is the area. If it does happen, it would have to come down to test its 200-day moving average, which is at the moment 150 something. To the upside, well, I'm not going to be looking for long unless it takes out this highest closing price of a 246. So you can see I have my alert. I'll be watching. Since I trade mainly breakouts and breakdowns, I'm not interested to go long this name. You can see last time this stock what it did before going lower. It kind of like went pretty crazy to 130, came down. It did sit in a range for a bit and then flushed down from 160 to all the way like 100 pretty quickly in about like 3 trading sessions. So it doesn't have to do that, but it can definitely come if it breaks down, let's say 210, ideally 210, but I'm watching to be safe 206. At least go test the 180. Okay, so another thing I want to share here is the option activity for Reddit, RDDT. So essentially what's happening in the last week or so. Let's go take a look at 1 week of Reddit activity. There were times a lot of people were buying calls. There were times people were buying puts when stock went down, and then as stock started rising, the yellow line stock price, and then put selling as it started, and call people started buying calls, and then last 2 trading sessions, call buying, put buying, and then today call buying, put selling. So we will see where it wants to pick a direction. But option market, pretty mixed bag in my opinion. So I wouldn't rely too much on that one. In terms of shorts, yeah, it's highly shorted. It's pretty highly shorted. 17% of the float short. And just like I said, forward P. So current PE is 183 times, but forward PE 69 times. Another way we can take a look at, let's take a look at here, just to be quick, about their revenue and how it has been growing and why stock is worth trading. You can see how the revenue has been growing. Okay, so this is what market cares about: double-digit growth, and on a quarter-over-quarter basis, last quarter was the highest they made in a quarter, almost $500 million revenue in a quarter. So if they're gonna come out and report better earnings, sure, we might see all those shorts who are shorting this stock get squeezed more. But again, until then, if we're gonna have some sort of a correction in the market is trying to pull back. Overall market today pretty mixed back too, but mainly tech is getting hit, semiconductors. Then sure, it can definitely still go down just purely because of its high valuation, right? But I'm watching those two levels for Reddit, and risk reward, in my opinion, favors more downside. So the risk of going long is higher versus risk of going short. So if I want to short it, well, yeah, it can take me, I can have my stop loss at 230, let's say. If it breaks out of 230, sure, I'm not going to bother it, I'll get stopped out. But if it dumps, it can dump as low as 185. So the downside risk is greater than upside reward. Again, this is just purely my opinion. I'm not telling you to buy or sell the stock. This is just purely my opinion again. I don't have any options. I'm not trading it. I only trade it when one of my alerts get triggered, and I will then consider to trade it. Just like today, I had a bunch of alerts come after market started flushing down, but I didn't pull the trigger on anything because options were not appealing on anything. So Reddit so far, yeah, it's in this just consolidation phase. So let's see where it breaks. But so far, yeah, this is what's happening with this name. We'll definitely be covering more, but that's what I'm looking at on this name. So thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Take care. Peace.